Welcome to Neo Royal, House of Pricey Cardboard. On today's episode of Commander Gameplay, we have a very special match. We are gonna use a game recorded on Mr Bever's Chaos stream. While this game follows all your normal EDH rules, the live chat has the power to influence the game. Powers can go from random 1 damage, drawing cards, or even creating tokens from permanents in our decks. This game features a couple of those, but not to the point where one player got a huge lead out of it. Make sure to tune in to those Tuesday and Saturday streams on Twitch, it's a lot of fun. The other guests are Chain from the Chain of Commander channel, where you can find deck techs, funny skits, and general EDH discussions. And Andy from C&C Powerhour. You can check out Andy and his co-host Clayby on Twitch playing EDH as well. Andy will be playing his Kynaios and Tiro of Meletis. This is pretty much a Grouphug list looking to help everyone draw cards to the point where they run out of deck. He also runs a very interesting finisher with Apocalypse and Baron Glory, where you need to protect Baron Glory under one of your own removal, so it comes back when the Apocalypse resolves. Chain brought Osgir, the Reconstructor. First Boros commander to spark interest in Chain, this is obviously an artifact-heavy list, looking to self-mill, create tokens, and play some very cute mirrors. Powered by the Lorehold cards from Strixhaven, this deck is not to be underestimated. Our host, Mr Bever, is playing Iroas, God of Victory. This is mostly a Boros token list trying to get a massive army and take everyone out by combat or burn. There's a little landfall package with the retreats and some anthems. For myself, I will be playing my Tymna the Weaver and Vial Smasher the Fierce. Rocking Kaalia as my hidden team, these two partners gives me card draw and additional damage, while I ramp into my favorite Angels, Demons and Dragons. But mostly Angels. I added quite a few cards from the Silver Quill Precon because they were very in line with the political combat idea of the deck. Andy gets to start this off. And then drops a Lava Glide Pathway. And then drop a Plains and cast a turn 1 Soul Ring, followed by a Talisman of Indulgence.
And then when you're done playing those two spells, Chris has decided it's time to make tokens. So
this could potentially be crazy.
So it's your turn.
Greed.
I get a token copy of Greed. Bevers gets a token copy of Young Pyromancer, Chain gets a token of Altar of Dementia, while Andy gets a token Mirage Mirror. Chat then redeems a Chaos roll and deal 1 damage to me. Bevers then drops a Mountain. Heading into combat, he sends the token Pyromancer to me. Chain then drops a Rust Veil Bridge and end turn 1. Andy then drops a Totally Real Bark Channel Pathway and casts Doubling Cube. At the end step, I pay 3 life total to draw a card through Greed. I untap and cast my first commander, Tymna the Weaver. I'll then drop a mountain and cast Strionic Resonator, passing. Bevers then drops a Clifftop Retreat and casts Weathered Wayfarer.
And then I guess I'll swing a Chain since he's talking smack.
Going to combat again, the Young Pyromancer attacks Chain. Chain then drops a Treasure Vault and casts Gold Mirror. Andy then drops a Flooded Strand, cracking it for Hallowed Fountain tapped. We then go to my turn and I start with combat, sending Tymna to Andy. I pay 1 life to draw a card post-combat. In second main, I cast Talisman of Hierarchy. I then cast my second commander, Vial Smasher the Fierce.
Watch out, watch out!
I play a Mother of Rune and then drop a Orzhov Basilica, shipping the turn to Bevers. He activates the Wayfarer to get a command tower to hand and plays it for turn, which is how this card works. He then plays a Darksteel Mutation on my Vial Smasher.
But I thought you liked rocket launchers.
No. I liked rocket lawn chairs.
Yeah.
Easy mistake to make.
Lawn chairs.
Yeah.
Completing our adventure around the table, the Young Pyromancer attacks Andy. Chain then drops a Great Furnace, and cast Narrated Scrap Savant, using the +2 to Remage 2. Andy land drops an island, and cast his commander, Kynaios and Tiro of Meletis. Look what we fought for. Look what we built together. At the end step, each player can either put a land into play or draw a card. Andy gets to do both. Chain and myself draw, while Bevers puts a mountain into play. On my turn, I land drop Niktos Shrine to Nyx. I go to combat, sending Tymna to Bevers. When Tymna's trigger go on the stack, I use the Resonator to copy it. I pay 1 life to draw a card twice. In second main, I cast Ugin the Ineffable. I +1 Ugin to get a spirit that gets me a card when leaving the battlefield.
Wait, have I showed you guys my axe yet?
Sorry?
Your axe? Okay.
Or do you use it to ask questions?
No, I used it to try to break a log, but then I realized I am weak and puny, and I could not do it, so I just...
Bevers cast a Felidar Retreat. He land drops a Narrated Mesa, triggering the retreat and creating a 2/2 cat beast. He heads into combat, dealing 2 damage to Narrated. Chain land drops a Snow-Covered Plains. He +1 Narrated, discarding 2 more artifacts to draw 2 cards. He then casts his commander, Osgir the Reconstructor.
Listen up, class. Today I'll show you how to turn 1 Soul Ring into 2 Soul Rings.
Andy casts Wilderness Reclamation. At the beginning of the end step, he puts the K&T trigger on top of the stack, so we all either draw a card or put a land into play, and then Wilderness Reclamation untaps all his lands. I land drop a Plains and cast True Conviction. Bevers uses this time to crack his fetch land for a Plains. The retreat creates another cat. For my combat step, I send the Spirit to Narrated and Tymna to Bevers. Chain sacrifices his blocker before damage to the Altar of Dementia. Bevers reacts to attackers by activating the Weathered Wayfarer, putting a Castle Ardenvale directly into play. Which is a very big cheat. Anyway, nobody catches it, and the retreat pumps all creatures by +1/+1. Bever blocks with a cat, and I activate Mother of Rune to give Tymna Pro White, saving her.
I will -3 Ugin and destroy Narrated in an epic Planeswalker fight.
I cast Painful Truth with only 2 colors, losing 2 life and drawing 2. Proxy redeems a Chaos roll.
I've done a chaos roll here. Let's see what we got. And that would be you, Neo, taking a damage again.
Damn, he has perfect aim.
He knows, yeah. He's like, it's this time. Redeem it right now. It'll hit him.
He's high on the hot sauce.
Bevers land drops a Plains, creating a 3rd cat. He then casts Sword of Feast and Famine, and equip it to the 3/3 cat. He heads into combat, sending the equipped cat to me, while the Pyromancer and Wayfarer go to Ugin. The sword triggers on damage, untapping Bever's lands while I discard a swamp. In second main, he casts an Afinza Kin 3 Spirit.
Entry.
Banana Fenza.
And then let's play it's a Danto Vanguard.
The Danto Vanguard.
And we get to put a 1/1.
An Afinza triggers, putting a +1/+1 on the smaller kitty. Bevers casts Fiend Hunter, exiling my Mother of Rune until the Hunter leaves the battlefield. He then passes. Chain land drops a Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, and pass. At the end step, Andy casts Pull from Tomorrow, where X equals 4. After the spell resolves, Chain casts Lorehold Command, dealing 3 through Ugin and sacrificing a land to draw 2. At the start of Andy's turn, Chat redeems a draw for everyone. And then he casts Kami of the Crescent Moon, followed by a Psychosis Crawler. At the end step, K&T triggers. Andy then cracks his Bloodstained Mire while passing. I then drop a City of Brass and cast Kaalia Zenith Seeker. Entering the battlefield, I look at my top 6 and whiff completely. I then cast Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight.
I'm glad that
Stella have the haste.
yes.
So I will.
But I'm also glad that Vial Smasher didn't shoot us for like a bajillion damage with Kaalia.
Yeah.
Going to combat, I send Tymna to Andy, while the spirit attacks Chain. Reacting to attackers, Andy transforms Mirage Mirror into a Gisela, making our effects negate off of each other but double up on Chain and Bevers.
Oh. So Chain's gonna take
Oh dear.
16.
That's very
Feels
rude.
like
An opponent or a permanent.
Yeah, that's very rude.
That's true.
TNT blocks and kills Tymna, while Chain takes 16. Chat redeems a Chaos roll.
Okay, Chaos roll. Let's do it.
Yes.
It's me. I take a damage.
Hooray!
You
Hey,
whiff.
wait.
Roxy,
Hey.
you whiff.
That's affected by the 2 Gisellas. That's 1.
Is it?
Yeah. You take 4.
Because then that would be 4 damage.
Chat isn't a source.
That's rude.
Oh.
I mean, chat stuff gets affected by everything else, so I think it's only fair.
Oof.
Quick, we need to change turn before Proxy kills us all. I'm gonna pass.
Chaos rolls.
Bevers enters the plains, triggering the retreat for counters and vigilance. He cycles Secluded Step and casts Speaker of the Heavens. He then casts the actual copy of Young Pyromancer.
Holy moly, Gisela does 20 damage.
Yeah.
Just by herself?
Chain then drops a snow-covered mountain. He activates Osgir to create 2 copies of the duplicant in his graveyard. Entering the battlefield, he exiles Gisela and Psychosis Crawler. We were looking up how Duplicant and the Crawler were interacting together, and Chain decided to sack his Duplicant for simplicity's sake, milling himself for 7. At the end step, Andy flashes in a Dictate of Grouphug. He then untaps and draws his 3 cards for turn. He then drops a mountain and casts Spell Book.
Well, I no longer have to answer this Gisela, so like I'm less worried now.
You're welcome. I'm helping.
Oh. Well, that's no fun.
Neo doesn't seem to be very happy about it, though.
It's violence time.
You
He's just
keep your Kaalia.
He's just sitting over there, stewing in his anger.
Andy floats his mana and then uses the doubling cube, using all these resources to cast a Fascination for X equals 10, making everyone draw 10. We then go to end step and resolve the K&T trigger. I also draw 2 cards with Greed at the end step. I draw my 3 cards for turn.
I'm ready for the violence.
Out of curiosity, how many cards do you guys have in hand?
I then drop a Sulphurous Spring like a big dum-dum and cast Jeska's Will, creating a massive 18 red mana and exiling my top 3 cards to play until end of turn. I cast Rakdos Signet, followed by Avacyn Angel of Hope. I then cast Aurelia the War Leader and the Sour of Discord. Entering the battlefield, I name Andy and Bevers to be linked in pain. I then cast Fervor.
And
Andy, I think we might be dead.
No, it's fine.
I don't like when it's fine. I don't want it to be fine.
Andy, I think we might be dead. Nah, it's fine. Phil's like, what? What do you mean it's fine?
Okay. Let's see how fine it is then.
I cast Ruinous Ultimatum. Bevers reacts with Boros Charm, saving his permanence.
I will keep my things, thank you. Oh, and I get two dudes.
Chain sacrifices his creature to mill himself. As I'm going to combat, Andy casts Master Warcraft, choosing to attack with no creatures.
I choose which creature to attack this turn. Dang it!
Alright.
Well, everything was indeed very fine.
I discard to end size and pass.
Is that what you discarded?
Yes.
Just a whole bunch of like mass board wipes. I saw a merciless eviction in there.
Oh, this was already there, yeah.
And merciless
remove all.
eviction and anguished unmaking. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. I wonder what he has in his hand.
Chet gives us a loot, drawing and discarding a card. Bevers casts a Soul Ring, and his own Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight. Proxy redeems another Chaos Roll and hit me for 2 because of Gisela.
And everything over there is flying right now, which is awkward.
Well, the bug is not flying.
Sure. But the bug, I have to really worry about the double striking bug. You're right. Silly double striking bug.
Bevers then casts Remorseful Cleric, followed by his own Mother of Rune. He then land drops a Fabled Passage, cracking it for a basic and putting 2 counters on everything.
You're not the problem right now, Andy.
Okay, good.
Better worry, Chain. It's either one of us.
It's either one of us. like Phil doesn't know who the problem is here.
He casts Authority of the Consoles.
So you can block 6 things. You block the biggest things, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Oh, you gain 8 life from Avacyn, you gain 2 life from Aurelia, you gain 2 life from Kaalia. It'll be 2 life from each of them, 8 from Avacyn, 3 from the demon, but you'll get 2 life from the spirit as well. I don't think I can do anything. So let's see. This would be 12, 24, and that's with you blocking my 6 biggest things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not. Okay, so I can't kill you.
After much calculation, Mr. Bever swings me with everything. There's like a million creatures, so long story short, I gain 20 life and take 44, so I'm down 24 after lifelink, while Bevers gains 12. Anafenza and Fiend Hunter die, and I gain back my Mother of Rune. Chain untaps and casts Faithless Looting. He then casts Wake the Past, returning a lot of artifacts to the battlefield. Authority of Consoles and True Conviction gets exiled on ETB. Bever still gains 12 life before it leaves. Using the additional mana from Forsaken Monument, Chain casts Talisman of Conviction, Arcane Signet, Worn Power Stone, and a Perpetual Timepiece. These 4 spells trigger Forsaken Monument, gaining Chain 8 life.
And this is like perfect, untap. Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, right.
Indy land drops an island and casts Reconstruct History.
I'm gonna take back the Master Warcraft.
All right.
No!
He casts Spellbook, Entrant Dynamo.
Alright, do you have Master Warcraft mana?
Oh, I sure do.
Okay.
Just
Draw for turn. So there's 2 things I'm worried about. The fact that my pain land deals me double damage and the fact that I can't attack.
I mean, you can attack as long as it's not Andy, right? I think that's what it's gonna come down to.
But I can't attack you either because I linked both of you.
It's true.
That's fair.
He has to cast it before attackers are declared, so...
If I kill that, will you let me attack your other 2 opponents?
If you kill that creature, yeah, sure, why not?
There you go. See, making deals, wheeling and dealing.
On my turn, I cast Rezaket the Full-Blooded.
No, our authority's not here anymore. It's gone.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah, favor me, because I helped.
You didn't. You were gonna kill him. Get out of here.
How much bullshit has been from Mr. Bever?
Never ever has Chain of Commander made a move for me. So
Right.
we'll start with that.
See, I'm helping you, Neo. I got rid of his authority of councils that I've been complaining about because I would have killed you with it if it hadn't been there.
I sacrifice the Sour of Discord to tutor with Rezaket.
I hope I didn't remove the Sword to Plowshare like I'm starting to think I did.
I cast Generous Gift to destroy Gisela. I then cast Wound Reflection.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, if if this was a sword flusher, I would have 2 mana to double the wound reflection, but now I'm tapped out, so shucks.
Why did you take it out then? It sounds like you should.
Because whenever I cut cards out of my deck, I look at sword and I'm like, I don't need sword.
I activate Mother of Rune to grant Avacyn protection from white. And ready for combat, I send Aurelia, Kaalia, and the 2/2 Spirit to chain, while Razakat and Avacyn go to Bevers. Reacting to attackers, Bevers activates the Speaker of the Heavens to create a 4/4 Angel. Which is not a legal action, good sir.
I'm gonna make a 4/4 angel while I can.
He had more blockers.
That's right.
Chain takes 8, and Bevers blocks with the Angel taking 12. I have a second attack step because of Aurelia and do the same attacks. Chain takes another 8 while Bevers takes 16. At the end step, Wound Reflection kills Chain and leaves Bevers at 1 life.
Yeah, but I was the one that was supposed to be alive.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna break it to you, Chain. If you were alive on my turn, I was gonna kill you.
Bevers casts Perforos, God of the Forge. He follows it up with a Doomed Traveler and a Mentor of the Meek. He land drops a mountain for turn, creating a 2/2 cat.
Awkward.
Creature.
Awkward.
You wanna talk about your opponent being at 1 life?
Hey, Andy, I've set it up for you. All right? We're both at 1 life.
He then casts Steel Shaper's Gift, tutoring for Sword of the Animist.
Bevers looked into the future and was like, I need to stop this Vial flasher, otherwise I will die in the later game.
Was I
So
not?
we'll turn it into a bug.
Yeah, was I wrong? Was I wrong? It would definitely have killed us.
Yes. With just an Wound Reflection? Yes.
As Bevers goes to combat, Andy casts Master Warcraft, stopping the combat step once more. In second main, Bevers casts the Sword of the Animist and pass. Andy lands us an island and casts Crackle with power, taking both me and Bevers out of the game. Well played. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure to check out everyone on Twitter. You can find Andy and Bevers on Twitch while Chain is on YouTube. Thank you to the patrons of the channel for supporting our content. Take care, my friend, and we'll see you very soon.